Alright, I have something to talk about, and I can't believe I'm having to talk about this, but I've decided to make a response to literally all of the negative energy that the zombies community is giving towards Treyarch. And I think some of it towards Black Ops 6 is valid. I think some of it is a little too far, and I think it needs to be reworked a little bit. Because, honestly, the things that I've been seeing are a little extreme, especially when it's just a video game. There are personal threats, there are people going absolutely bonkers over changes that aren't really Treyarch or any of the developers' fault, yet we're all pointing the finger at Kevin Drew because that's who we know of. I think it's kind of funny, but it's also kind of sad, because what is your constant negativity and or serious threats or just outright rude comments? What are they actually going to do? Are they going to get Activision to trust the zombies community more so that they can do what they did this year and have an entire month hyping up zombies? Or are they going to get rid of the budget on zombies and make it so that zombies doesn't appear at COD Next, or we don't get any zombies trailers, or even half the developers get slashed and zombies turns back into Vanguard? What do you think these comments and these evil criticisms are actually going to do? Are they actually going to have a positive impact on how Activision views zombies? Or are they going to make Activision pissed and basically cut zombies and destroy it completely? It's going to be destroyed if we keep acting like this. Activision will never trust the zombies community again. They will never put out zombies material. They will probably get rid of zombies entirely. They probably, at the end of Black Ops 4, were ready to never let zombies happen again because of how bad the reception was, and all our responses are going to do is make Activision trust us less, to the point where they will say, this is not even worth our time and our money because Warzone is the cash cow. So I wanted to start this off with the overall hype that we had for Black Ops 6, especially at the beginning. We had an entire month dedicated to zombies. There were zombies teasers, there were The Truth Dies teasers, there were trailers, there were rumors, there were pictures on Twitter. Everything for an entire month was focused on zombies, and that has never happened before. Zombies was in the limelight. This is the first time we have ever seen zombies, especially a trailer, get revealed before multiplayer. And I think that is a huge win. There was an entire month of wins. You had The Truth Dies, you had trailers, you had Gobblegum leaks, you had Kevin Drew responding to Twitter, you had players playing it early, you had content creators playing it early. There were so many things for an entire month, all about zombies. Yet as soon as COD Next happens, yet as soon as COD Next happened, and we saw Liberty Falls gameplay, all of the sudden, Black Ops 6 is the worst game ever, zombies is washed, and we need to send death threats to Treyarch. We go from an absolute high, especially the Liberty Falls cinematic, to Kevin Drew has ruined zombies. Warzone is evil. Everything is evil about Activision, which their business practices, I understand. But how can someone flip so crazily and almost take it too far. I would argue that we took it too far. All it's going to do is make Activision never give money to zombies and its budget ever again. We were so quick to write off the entire game as being bad. Everyone was so quick to forget about Terminus, to forget about the story, to forget about what's going to happen with Richtofen, to forget about Gobblegum. They were so quick. All because the Liberty Falls gameplay. And I understand. I'm one of those people that is excited for Liberty Falls. I'm going to say it. I am hyped for Liberty Falls. Not as much as Terminus. And yes, I think it lacks aura. I think it doesn't feel like an ambient zombies map. And I totally agree. And I agree with a lot of the criticisms. But I am 1000% against how the criticisms were given. And it makes me ashamed of the zombies community. It makes me not want to be a part of it because of how insane we are. If we look back on Black Ops 3, we did the same thing, but it was not this toxic. And look how that game turned out. For all we know, this could be an insane year for zombies, and Treyarch has said multiple times they are all in on round-based zombies. We are getting a third map before 2024 ends. For all we know, we could be getting 8 maps. We don't know. We could be getting some insane twists and awesome mechanics, but instead of thinking of that, all we do is shit on Liberty Falls gameplay, making us as a community seem stupid. Now, first, let's get into some of the criticisms, which I think are valid, and that is, Warzone ruined zombies. And to be completely honest, I think that criticism is very, very valid. Warzone has changed zombies forever. The thing that bothers me is the evil comments. How? In my brain, it doesn't make any sense on how that is going to solve the problem. Yes, zombies has changed forever. I'm not a fan of armor. I wish there was more aura on Liberty Falls. And yes, not starting out with a pistol and all those things, it's different. But it's never going back. So screaming and whining and complaining and sending threats or boycotting, I don't think is going to solve the problem. Cool, 100 people aren't going to buy the game because it's too Warzone-y. Activision doesn't care. 100 people not playing zombies is just nothing to them. What we can do is offer constructive feedback. Hey, Treyarch, this HUD sucks, which I agree. Make it a little bit more like Black Ops 3, Black Ops 2. Stylize it, make it more fun, make it feel different from Warzone, because it's literally just a Warzone HUD, and I get it. But you really think it's Kevin Drew's fault, or Corky's fault, or the developers that made these maps' fault? It's not their fault. I guarantee you, they have no say in it. It is Activision saying, Warzone is the cash cow, make everything like Warzone. Make everything like Warzone, so that Warzone players can come over and feel comfortable. Which sucks, I understand. But offer constructive feedback. Maybe they can tweak it, maybe add a blood splatter behind it, or make the map have a slightly different skybox, or a little bit of lava on the map, or something, instead of yelling at Treyarch and making them not want to communicate with us. All you are doing is making them not want to communicate with us. All you are doing is making them not want to listen to us. Who would want to develop something and put hours and months and years into something and then have everyone send death threats at you because of it? That is too far. You really think it's Kevin Drew's fault? You really think Kevin Drew doesn't have passion? You really think Corky or Craig Houston or any of the other developers hate zombies? You really think that is the case? If you used a little bit of critical thinking, you would know that Activision knows Warzone makes more money than anything. So they want to make everything seamless with Warzone. I also hate seeing how everyone goes straight after the developers. Like it is their fault the game is going to quote-unquote suck when no one besides content creators have played it. It's ridiculous. I know for a fact Kevin Drew, especially from his interviews on the COD Pod and his other interviews earlier a few months back, how all he wanted to do was talk about zombies. He's been working on zombies since Black Ops 2. He knows what's going on. Corky has been there probably since World at War, and he's the creative director. He's the Jason Blundell of the zombies community right now. He doesn't come out and say it. He's actually quite hidden. He's actually quite hidden. But Corky is the Jason Blundell, not Kevin Drew. Kevin Drew has definitely put himself out there a lot more. But Kevin Drew is not the same position that Jason Blundell had. Yes, I think the community wants someone to latch onto like they did with Jason Blundell, and I think that was a great thing that Jason did. And I really wish Kevin would involve himself a little bit more, but why would he want to with how our community has been reacting? How can we judge zombies before it has even come out? How can we get so mad at the developers before any of us have even played it? It's just how the internet culture works. It's just how, for example, politics is in the United States right now. It is so divided, and no one wants to hear the other side, Republican or Democrat. We can't have a formal debate like adults because everyone thinks their opinion is superior to the other, and it makes it so we can't move forward. And I honestly think that's what's going on in zombies. Milo had a guest, Mr. Rockwaffles had a guest, Stanley557, on a podcast. I think this was a few days ago. And his opinion, Stanley557's opinion, was vastly different from Milo's. And the comments in that video were so bad. They were sending him personal attacks. They were making fun of him and being downright rude. So rude that Milo had to comment on his own video and pin it to tell people to chill out. Just because Stanley557 has a different opinion. I just ask myself, and I ask anyone, how is sending a threat or being blatantly rude and blocking someone's opinion going to move the zombies community forward? How is the map design and the aura and the quality and the HUD, how is that going to change if all we do is scream and bitch and we get mad? In no world would someone want to work for and voluntarily do something nice for someone who is a rude, jerky person. Cut Treyarch some slack. I don't think it's their fault. I know that Kevin Drew loves zombies, and he loves creating zombies. I know that Craig Houston, the lead writer, loves it. I know that all of the developers have raw passion for what they are creating. So going after them and attacking them, all that's going to do is make them not want to have passion. not want to help out. Yes, Liberty Balls is funny. And I think we should offer our feedback constructively, because if we don't, it's just going to push out our own community away from Treyarch. It's just going to push us away. It's going to make Treyarch not want to listen. It's going to make Activision not give them the funding to give us more zombies. It's going to make everything worse. Yes, there are things to criticize, so don't come after me, because I agree with a lot of things that have been said. But how on earth is it going to help if we just bitch and complain and scream and whine and cry like little babies? It just baffles me. The game isn't even out. We haven't even played it. We haven't even seen all of Liberty Falls. If you saw in their gameplay of Liberty Falls, there was a teleporter area that they couldn't get to. What does that mean? That means there's an area we haven't seen. In the intro cinematic, there is an underground bunker where they have locked Maxis and the Forsaken in. There is an entire mansion that Blanchard mentions to the strike team. We haven't even seen it. We have seen the surface of the map with no Easter eggs. We saw very little gameplay. We saw no augments. We saw no gobblegums. The only thing we saw was Mystery Box and a bunch of Warzone players, besides like 3 or 4 Zombies players, playing zombies. Yes, the aura was off, but that's literally all we've seen. We haven't seen Terminus. We saw that 16-minute gameplay, but that was just showing off the map. Didn't show any gobblegums. It didn't show anything fun. It didn't show any Easter eggs. There is so much more that is going on below this little surface that we've scratched. And whether that's a new area in Liberty Falls, or if the aura changes, or an entire subsection of the map that we haven't explored, we just poo-poo all over it. We hate the developers, we scream at them, we bitch, and we whine, instead of offering constructive feedback. If you were put in a situation where you had the ability to do something and 2 people come up to you, one of them offers you very positive, constructive, nice feedback, and then the other one bitches, yells, threatens you, curses you, and says you're the worst person ever, who are you most likely to listen to? Honestly. Because I can promise you, no one wants to be yelled at, no one wants to be cursed, no one wants to be threatened. And honestly, I'd probably just not want to listen to that person that does all that to me. Stanley557 has a different opinion. He's a positive zombies outlook player. And I am in that same boat. I've been playing since World at War. I embrace change, although some of it I don't like. But I have a brain enough to know that some things cannot go back because of Warzone. Some things will not change. And I also have a brain enough to offer feedback in a positive light, because no one wants to be yelled at and threatened. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I just don't know how someone can have such a strong opinion and poo-poo or shit on everyone else's opinion that disagrees with it. There are so many aspects to Black Ops 6 to be hyped about, and the hype train was so high. It was insane how high it was. People were so excited and screaming, "We're back. This is what we want." Treyarch listened, which they did. Look at Terminus. It's ambient. It's built for zombies. Yet when we see 30 minutes of Liberty Falls gameplay with no Easter eggs, no augments, no gobblegums, not even the whole map, and a bunch of Warzone players playing it, we immediately flip and cancel pre-orders and threaten Kevin Drew. It's honestly laughable. It's a video game. It's zombies. Do I think we'll ever get something on par with Black Ops 3 ever again? I can hope, and I can pray, and I can be positive, but I don't think that'll happen. And I think accepting that is better than screaming, bitching, moaning, and whining. I'm hyped. I am thrilled, and I am so excited for this new iteration on zombies. I loved Cold War, so if this is a Cold War 2.0, I'm fine with it. I'm excited. Cold War had great mechanics. Yes, the Easter eggs were too easy. I also hated that there was no set crew. It was also a little bit stale, because every map was just kind of a facility, reused asset. So what is Black Ops 6? First of all, we have a set crew. That checks off that problem I had with Cold War. Second, we have Gobblegums. A huge thing that's super in-depth that I love. So that's another positive. 3, they said the Easter eggs are going to be harder, and they said that the game is going to be harder. They've limited self-revives to 3, so you can't just keep buying them. Another criticism about Cold War that just got negated. They fixed so many complaints with Cold War and have polished it. Because the upgrade system to all your perks and your weapons, yeah, that was a little OP, but it was also, once you completed it, there was no point. Didn't offer variety. Guess what? We have augments. I can play a different way than you, and I have a variety of ways to play now, upgrading my perks in a certain way, different from yours. I have Gobblegums to give me that Perkaholic, or give me that Wonder Weapon, or if I want to, make the zombies fly upward. It's just more depth. The set crew is huge. I think that is the most important and best way to tell a story. And guess what? It's there. So most of my criticisms from Cold War are gone in Black Ops 6. They fixed them, because contrary to what the Reddit no-lifers say, they do listen. And they are trying their best to fix the game and make it awesome. Make it the best zombies ever. Yes, Warzone and Activision have more power. And the armor system is not going anywhere. I'm sorry, it's not. So instead of bitching and complaining and sending threats, we should embrace it and send constructive feedback. For instance, I don't want to have to manually plate up. That's awful. I hate that. So if you just make it like Cold War, where you just run over the plate and it automatically plates up, there you go, problem solved. I think that would be a great addition. Maybe you can consider that, Treyarch. That sounds a lot better from armor sucks, you guys suck, Activision sucks, Treyarch sucks, Kevin Drew needs to die, make it shields, or I'm gonna bitch and complain. What sounds better? I know this is just this crazy rant, but it's honestly been on my mind. It's so annoying to see these people not be able to comprehend that other people can disagree with you. I know it's crazy. I know it's a new concept. And I know in the world today, it's impossible to have a different opinion without getting destroyed. But why does that awfulness have to bleed into a damn video game? It's zombies. It's a video game. It is not life or death. I think the way to make real change happen is to have real, mature conversations and offer constructive feedback rather than belittling people that have nothing to do with the development cycle. Stop saying these devs have no passion, because that is 100% false. Stop saying zombies is dead, because it's not. And the more you say that, the more Activision will see it and cut even more funding from it. I think they have given zombies a huge chunk of development and budget this year. And if we just shit on it, they'll take away that budget. Everything will just turn out to be crap, and then we'll never see zombies again. And whose fault will it be? Ours. We will shit in our own nest. And it will be our fault. Because we are babies. Cut the developers some slack. It's not their fault. Stop being rude. This game looks awesome. The Terminus trailer with Rob Zombie is one of the best zombies trailers ever. That cinematic with Richtofen, seeing Nolan North come back after so long without him, amazing. This story could be huge. We have a set crew finally. I'm excited to see how Weaver develops, just like Stanley 557 said. He allegedly is the one that burned and killed Richtofen's children. How do you not want to see how that plays out? It sounds awesome. I can't wait to play as this crew. I can't wait to get gobblegums. I can't wait to try out the new systems. I can't wait to slay zombies. I literally cannot wait. And when bad things pop up, I am going to offer my criticism, but in a way that doesn't make me seem like an ass. Because I have more brain cells than someone who just screams, bitches, complains, and whines like a 5-year-old. We can be better, and it's a shame. It is shameful to be a part of the zombies community when we act like this. This game looks awesome, and I am so excited. We had a whole month of W's. We had one L. And yes, sometimes I understand the negative. It always is louder than the positive. But how can we let a small snippet of gameplay ruin everything? The game isn't even out. It's over a month away, and there's so much to learn and so much to do. They said that Terminus has more side Easter eggs than any other map. How does that not get you excited? How does a new set crew not get you thrilled? How does Gobblegums not just get you thrilled? How does a new ambient Terminus map just not excite you? The jet gun revamped. There are leaks that Vulturate is coming back. We're getting another map before 2025. There are so many positives, and I prefer, just like Stanley 557 prefers, to look at the positive, acknowledge the negative, and offer feedback, but not whine like little babies. Honestly, I'm excited, and I think everyone should be too. And if you hate Liberty Falls, just like the people that have played it, Codename Pizza has said this, if you don't like Liberty Falls, you are going to love Terminus. I am so excited. I can't even express how excited I am for this. And I'm going to be having videos coming out on Easter egg guides. I'm going to be streaming. I'm going to be doing all these things. I'm going to be putting so much time into this game because I am so excited. Mastery camos, slaying zombies, getting to round 100 if I can. If it's more difficult, awesome. Bring it on. I am so excited. I think we should be too. And that honestly ends this crazy little rant, but I think it's needed. I think we need to understand and hear and know that freaking out and whining is not the answer. Unless we want the budget to be cut back and we want to ruin the community and ruin zombies forever, then go ahead. But again, quick little rant, but I'm so excited. I think you should be too. I think we should be positive because I am so excited and I am very much looking forward to just sinking my teeth into the story and the set crew and Terminus and Liberty Falls and just no-lifing this game. So if you agree with me on some points, if you don't, comment below. Let's have a discussion, mature, down in the comments. I would love to have a real discussion because I think that's how things will get solved. If we want things to change, let's be positive about it. So comment down below, like and subscribe if you agree. Even if you disagree, like and subscribe. We're going to be having tons of zombies content coming out, because that's what this channel is going to be built on. That is what my passion is in Call of Duty, and I've been playing passionately and hardcore since, what, 2009? When was it? But it's been a long time. I have sunk my teeth into every zombies map. So let's have fun with it. And I'm so excited for even more to do.